Hi guys, Will Terry here, and today's video is going to be called Illustration Confessions and Commitment. And before I get going on this one, just some announcements. I always like to start off with a few announcements. I get my iPad Pro on Monday, so I'll probably be doing a few things with that on this channel, so stay tuned for that. Let's see, I'm going to skip that one and go back to that one. I've got to say that on the last video, I did that giveaway and we got inundated with emails. And I just have to thank you guys, the ones that left snarky comments for Aaron. That was pretty cool because we had a big kick out of that. He's like, he came upstairs and he's like, how come people are being mean to me? And when I started laughing, he knew. Okay, so if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you got to go back and check out the last video, the previous video to this one. I'll put a link to it in the description just so that if you're lazy, you can just click down there. All my contact info is down there as well. And the last thing that I want to talk about before I get going on this video is what you're seeing on my screen right now, which is, let's see, right over there, is a little Iron Man that I did for CTNX, which I'm going to be down there next week. And I've already been emailed by a bunch of you guys and hope to meet you in person, so that'd be cool. And I also did a little Spider-Man in color, and so I'm going to have that one down there, prints of that, for sale. Okay, so I want to start off on this video. I want to talk, part of it is going to be some confessions that I'm going to make, and some of it's going to be talking about commitment. Okay, so I'm going to show you this Santa image that's finished now, and this is the one that I was working on in the previous video. So if you want to learn about warm and cool colors and things like that, check out the other video. Again, the link is below. But I finished this, and I was in that mode of trying to talk myself into liking it. You know, I know that all of you guys have done that, where you create a piece and you've just spent a lot of time on it. I probably have 30 hours into this one, somewhere 25-30 hours, and you finish, and because you've spent all that time, you tend to want to like what you did, even if it isn't your best work, or even if it sucks. It's like when you buy a new fill in the blank car or TV or phone, anything. You want to be glad that you spent the money that you spent on the thing that you just bought. And even though other people might be saying like, well, why did you buy that one? You could have got this. You'll defend it even though you know they're probably right. And so I was in that mode, and I shared it with my business partner, Jake Parker, and he looked at it and he's like, that's kind of classic Will Terry, but I didn't get the response that I was hoping for. And I kind of knew deep down inside that it wasn't my best work, that I could have done better, and it was really bugging me. And so I said, there's something about it that's bugging me. And then he's like, well, the Santa's kind of overpowering the image. And I knew he was, it was just, he's just too big. And the other part of it is I just didn't like the character that I had come up with there. And so that's a real frustrating thing, when you spend that much time and you know that you either have to live with it or you have to dig deep and find that special commitment. A lot of times, a lot of things that I'll do, and the confession part of this video is I get a lot of feedback from friends, fellow illustrators, and I will try to ask them. I rely on Jake a lot. He will ask me what I think of his stuff, and I think it's really important to have someone that you trust, someone that is not out to hurt you. If you've got a girlfriend or a wife or a husband or a boyfriend, and you're fighting, that's like the worst time to ask for their opinion on your work, but you need someone that you can trust that will give you honest feedback. And the complaint I hear online all the time, I'm going to share with you. I'm leading up to this. I'm going to reveal the rework that I did. Hopefully you guys like it better than this one, or else this is all for naught. This is also going to be kind of a short video compared to my normal length videos. But the thing that I hear online all the time is people are really nice. They're always complimenting each other, and they never give real feedback. They never really say what they actually think. And that's a good thing, that we're afraid of offending each other, but it's not really that helpful. And so you really need people that can help you. Shameless plug, we do have forums at SVS Learn where people are giving that kind of critical feedback. So that's a place that's growing, where there's a community building where you can actually post your artwork and get feedback on it. So anyway, no matter how, I guess the other part of the confession on this is, no matter how or what level you attain, no artist is immune from putting out something that has problems with it. They might be subtle problems. They might be problems that most people will never notice. But the upper levels of the pros will notice those things. And one of the problems that you have at the pro level is that most pros don't really want to get feedback or give feedback, because there's this, I should be able to just do this on my own thing, I think, going on. But I really feel like most artists, every artist really, can gain by getting that kind of critical feedback. So on to more of the commitment part. I dug deep. Here's the rework of it. And I made Santa a lot smaller and kind of gave him a completely different expression. Instead of being kind of goofy, I felt like this, like let's, instead of having him goofy and the donkey's goofy, let's make him more surprised or more kind of pondering or worried, a look on his face, and let the donkeys be kind of goofy. Again, I'll go back again. The thing is, you have to develop the commitment within yourself, to where it doesn't matter whether you're friends or whether your teacher or whether your client or your family likes what you're doing. What matters is if you like what you're doing. And if you sense that there's something wrong with your work, or it's just not, you come back to it the next day. And that's kind of what happened on this one. I put it away. I came back the next day and I was like, nope, this just isn't my best work. I looked at it right away and I was like, nope, I really don't like it. After trying to fool myself and trying to trick myself and saying, it's good, you have to hit that reality. And when you're able to own your work, right? So you take ownership of your own work. It's not what somebody else likes, it's what you like. And when you can take ownership of your own work and make changes without being asked, or without, just on your own. And this took me, switching to this one, it took me almost all day to make that change. I had to do, because I didn't paint, because I flatten stuff while I paint to different layers. If you look at this donkey over here, there's an extra donkey in there, because I gave myself more space. That I had to paint more of the sleigh. And in essence, because I flattened layers, there wasn't anything behind Santa. So I had to completely paint him out by painting in the rest of the background. So you can see that there's a lot less real estate taken up by Santa. And I knew that was going to be a hard fix. I knew that it was going to be very time consuming, and it wasn't something I was looking forward to. I think there's that thing, when you finish a painting and you just want to be done with it and you want to move on to something else, another project. But in order to progress, you have to go through, and I've talked about this before, these pinnacle pieces where you get sick of the level that you're currently at. And when you get sick of yourself, that's a good thing, because you can progress from there. You can say, I'm not willing to accept what I just did. I'm going to dig deeper, spend more time, spend more commitment, and work harder and finish the thing. And I've always also said that, if an artist cries over their work, sheds actual tears, and I had a girl that cried in my class at UVU just the other day, because she was really frustrated at, the project that she was working on. And I told her, that's a good thing. That means you care. That means that you want more out of yourself, and you really want it bad enough that emotionally it's attacking you. Like, I really worry about the artists that don't cry over their work. I've gotten angry. I've gotten really upset. I've shed tears, like, why can't I do this? And you need to go through that. It's a painful process, but at the end, that's how value is created, and that's how you will become a valuable artist if you are, again, able to find that commitment in yourself and demand that. And again, a lot of people, when the going gets really hard and they realize what's in it, they bounce to another career. They're like, well, I'm not going to do art anymore. I'm going to do something else, whatever it is. But just know that to get good at anything, you're going to start from the ground up again. You're going to start over. And that other thing is going to be just as hard. And you're going to find out, oh my gosh, this isn't easier. There's professionals in this other area that have been doing it for, 5, 10, 15, 20 years or longer. And I'm going to have to spend that kind of time if I want to attain greatness. So, yeah, that's my message, is dig deep and good things will happen. You'll improve and you'll be really happy that you did. And if you like this video, subscribe. If you don't. And I'll see you on the next one.